Alright, it's Will and Jeremy, welcome to my channel. So let's continue our journey of making our widgets. So previously we just like a brief introduction and me talking and chatting with you guys and just relax and complain. But we made a widget of hello, welcome to Will and Jeremy's channel. And we've got a time, we got an emoji, we got a nerd emoji, and I love it. And this is my like personal experience. If you are learning something, if you like making something, do customize it. Even though say you just learn some basic stuff, basic knowledge, do customize it. Okay, you need to own the thing that you create. So whether it's like customized emoji or something like that, do add that thing to the creation. Okay, so that's what I'm talking. And by the way, we haven't like go through the like the boilerplate widget code yet. So that's what we are going to do in this video. So first, let me just make myself here just a little less distracting. Um, so um, so let's go through this. So this is the main app. Okay, at the left corner here, we got content view. We got this like a widgets test app. This have nothing to do until now, until like maybe next video. But uh, this has got nothing to do with our widget. So the widget that you see here, have nothing to do with the like the main app that we're creating. So if you want to customize the widget, you should go to here. So let me just collapse this, unccollapse this. So widget test widget. So the project is called widget test, and the widget's name is called widget test widget. Okay, so we get a widget bundle. It's just just like a main process. You don't need to worry about that. So you need to customize it here. And let me just quickly explain things. So first we got widget, we got Swift UI, we got structs. Previously, I thought like I tell you guys this is like a UI kit sort of thing. What I'm thinking is, by the way, English is not my first like language, so I might say something that I'm not like mean to. So yeah, sorry about that. If I say something weird, do please comment in the description below. Okay, so this is more like the logic sort of code. So it's like a business logic behind it. So it's more like a um, view model sort of thing. Okay, but it's not like an MVVM model. It's like a really simple project. So it's like a business logic. So and if you look at here, we got a lot of functions. So it's really similar to to UI kit rather than Swift UI. So UI kit using like all the sort of function to represent the logic. So you click this button and you return something, something like that. So the same goes for the widget, because widgets introduce you guys to a new concept called timeline, and this sort of provider will give you the timeline provider. Okay, so it's self-explanatory, but I want to say this, like re-clarify this, to explain this a little bit more. So if you will, so the timeline provider, you can just click the option and click it. You can look at documentation, and Apple give us a really good example. It's like playing a game. Okay, so virus originally requires timeline from provider. Yeah, so basically, if you imagine you are a game character and you are like regaining health. So yeah, I also developed the game, so I know that this sort of game is like you put your character here. I don't worry about this character for a pretty long time, and the character will gradually regain the health, and say regain experience, level up, and then after the like the hard work of the day, the character already work for you. So you go back to the game and you got say a level up character, and the character already like defeat all of the quests and also regain health. So Apple give you an example of regain health. You do not need to worry about the amount of health that they will regain, but rather you just need to wait, and the health will go up. So now it would just a timeline entry of 25, just like a timeline. Okay, so everything's like timeline starting here, all the way to the future. And right now we got the health of 25%, and then we got like 50%, 75%, and 100%. So regain health after 3 hours. So it's like a series of data, series of directives that you already like written, and you want the widget to carry out. Okay, so for example, you want to regain health. That's kind of timeline that you can do. Okay, and of course, all this timeline will be provided by the name suggested timeline provider, and it is just like make a struct called provider and provide the timeline information. That's pretty good. And if you look at struct, we got three major functions here. So we got the placeholder function, we got the get snapshot function, we got the timeline. It may seem daunting, but the logic behind it is really simple. So for example, you got a placeholder, you don't want something to actually show up to call, say, network code, something like that. You just want something to be there and show to the viewer, to the user. You can just make a placeholder. So for example, you got a date, specific date, as well as emoji. You just make it there. Okay, so just to make a placeholder, and every time the user wants to choose it, the user can actually see the placeholder. But what about snapshot? The snapshot, a really good example of snapshot is that, say, you already have a specific house data. So for example, you're running, you exercise a lot, you like finish the ring, like close the ring, you set up a specific house goal, something like that, and say you build another app that can get that house information, and you make a widget for that specific app, and you want that specific widget information to show on the main screen of your user's iPhone. So you can use the snapshot data to actually call that information and get that information and take a snapshot and actually showing the user's real information, so users can actually see what the widget will be like. Or say you get a lot of news like RSS news call, even though it's like the web network or something like that, you can still get that. And you take a current news, something like that, and you take a snapshot. You let user know that this is news that you subscribe, and this will be like, this is an image, this is like a one-liner sort of news will be shown at the at your widget. That's another way of explaining this. So a snapshot, and then we also got get timeline. So this is much like a hardcore call that you want like constantly get information. So as you guys can see, we got this like the default example of get timeline. We got in context, right? We got in context complement, and escaping timeline entry. All that basically generate a timeline consists of 5 entries an hour apart, starting from current date. Okay, so basically you are generating 5 entries, like 5 items, 5 information, and you store that in an array, and you want gradually show that. So it's like a series directive. You written down, you put in a box, and you ask a person to like open this box, but at say 1 hour interval. So after an hour, they open the box, they say, hey, I want to do this, so I'm going to show that, I'm going to update the widget, and then after an hour, update the widget, after an hour, after the widget, after 5 say entries, and you will run out of directive, and they will like call again. Okay, and of course we can of course change that. We can say, hey, you have to at the end of the entry you need to call that again, or you need to never update. So after finish the 5, all right, you just stop there, you just stick there, you don't need to update at all. And yeah, all that. So we got this simple entry, so that's pretty good. So if you look at it, it's sort of like a data model. So it's sort of like I have a specific structure of the data that I want to show, and that data is called simple entry. So every entry will follow that specific data structure, and you call specific date. So it's like a date because it's like a time series. So you have to have date as a unique identifier, and to find the specific spot on the timeline. And also we got an emoji. That's good. We got say like imagine like you are building a language learning app like a Duolingo sort of app, and say 1 hour later, you know, maybe one day later, maybe your app will just cry a little bit, you know, um, the other will depression a little bit, the other will go crazy a little bit, and then go to some skull or some demon emoji, some crazy emoji here, so completely blow up, something like that. You can of course do that. So yeah, this can give you a lot of inspiration, I believe. So if you look at here, we got the widgets, test widgets, entry view. So basically, if you look at here, this is a view. So basically, it's Swift UI. Okay, so this is actually Swift UI rather than here. So it's sort of like a UI kit, or it's like a logic code of the view. Yeah, just rewind that. It's not a UI kit. So yeah. So this is logic. Okay, all this is logic. This is data. This is view. Okay, and we got this like a body v stack. We got text. We got emoji. All that. And of course, we can get this a widget test widget. It's a widget. Okay, we got kind of widget test widget. We got a widget configuration. This is very, very interesting, and we can configure that. Right now, it's a default configuration of a static configuration, so which means that there's like no intent. You will show things. Don't be fooled by the name of static. It still can change. So, for example, you can get the calendars. You can get time data, and time will change according to the rate that you already written. But but it's static, so there is no intent. You can't like customize things and then interact with the widget. Okay, so we will talk about that, and then if available, iOS 17, all of that, we will get entry view. We got this container. We can get the background. We can turn tree. We can inform widgets, all that. We will customize that later. And I strongly recommend that you customize it to actually own the product that you are developing, even though you just learn. Okay, it's great help, and it's like a confidence boost. I highly recommend it. And then else we got widget entry view. We don't need all this. Okay, we just add the padding as well as background. So if it's not from like iOS 17, like after that, before it, you don't have this functionality, so you can just go to the else. How we can have a configuration display name, we can change that. This is a sample widget, all that. The preview will just give you like a Swift UI sort of view, and we can uncomment it, so you can get like multiple preview right here. But right now, since we already can run that in our simulator, I don't think we actually need a widget. But hey, you can actually see that. So we got this widget, we can change it, we can have like multiple things, and we can pass different dates and different emoji, because if you look at data here, right, accept the date and accept the emoji as a string, so you can like customize the multiple entries. So entry 1, 2, 3, 4, all that, and then you can like play around. You can even loop it. So it's great help. It's like a PowerPoint. Okay, so for now you can just think this as a PowerPoint until unless we add some functionality to it. So that's a pretty long video right now. We got like 15 minutes, and we go through all the code that we like skipped at the previous video. Previous video is like I'm like chilling and talk to you guys about things and have in mind, and yeah, so it's not like a techno stuff rather than this one. This is like I'm being the like human explainer compiler sort of thing, like explain a little bit detail. Okay, so hope you guys enjoying this video. So yeah, if you don't enjoy, that's totally okay. You can leave in a comment and just give me some feedback so I can like improve and change in the future. Okay, so yeah, I'm pretty new to this stuff, like facing the camera, and the camera actually follow me. It's really intelligent. So just give me some like feedback for this. Like I'm really new to this format. So so for example, if you want like myself to be bigger, something like that, or yeah, more fancy stuff, I believe like if you look at here, I can actually make it like a heart symbol. Yeah, I can do that. Yeah, if you want like more jokes, I can add that. So yeah, Yeah, all in all, thanks for your support, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel and give this video a thumb up. Okay, thanks.